Hi guys, good morning and welcome to Jay's Kitchen. So today in Jay's Kitchen what I'm going to be making is I'm going to be making brunch. So it's going to be an egg dish today which I'm going to be making. So it's called Shakshusuka. So basically Shakshusuka is eggs poached in tomato gravy, either spicy or non-spicy if you like the milder version. So it's more of a North African dish, but it's really famous all around Middle Eastern countries. So the recipe actually varies from country to country. You know, they have certain things that they like to put, and then I know some countries they don't put that stuff. So today I'm going to be adding in a little bit of Indian spices for the taste. So, but I don't want to go outside of the original recipe. So I'm just going to stick to the original recipe, but I'm going to be adding in one or two spices to the shakshuska. So let's see what is the ingredients we need to make this egg dish. So the ingredients are pretty simple here. So we have eggs. I'm going to be using 5 eggs, which we're going to break it into the gravy. And then I've got about 4 cloves of garlic. You can either slice it or I would prefer to mince it. And then onions. Prefer to use a smaller version of onions. And then we're going to slice the onions. And then I've got 1 bell pepper here. You can use red, green, whichever color that you like. So since I only had orange here, I'm going to be using the orange version. So I've got a little bit of paprika, which I'm going to be using roughly about 1 teaspoon, and also some cumin, also roughly about 1 teaspoon. It's for the burst of flavor. And then I'm going to be using 1 whole can of diced tomatoes. You can use fresh tomatoes. You'll probably need about 3 to 4 tomatoes depending on how much you want. But for me, I would prefer diced because it's already diced, and you know, if you use a regular tomato, you need to add in tomato paste. But since I have a diced tomato, I'm going to be using it together with the juice that's inside, so I don't need to add in a tomato paste. And then also for garnishing, I'm going to be having some cilantro here. So that's it. Let me prep the ingredients and then we can start cooking. So I've already prepped my ingredients. So as you can see here, I have a whole bunch of cilantro that I've cut. I'm going to take half of it and I'm going to add it with the mixture when I'm actually mixing the tomato paste gravy. And the other half is for garnishing. And I've got my can here. I'm going to use up some leftover diced tomatoes. And then if I need more, I'm going to be adding this one. So it's probably I'm going to be using the whole can. And then my eggs here, I'm going to be breaking it one by one gradually when I'm putting it in, not all together. And then of course, don't forget paprika will be about 1 teaspoon and cumin about 1 teaspoon. You can plus minus add in extra if you want to, but for me that level of spice flavor is just nice. And then I've actually sliced my onions, minced my garlic, and also diced my bell pepper. Here my bell pepper I'm using only half of it, because I don't like to use too much of it since my little one is eating it too. So you can always choose to slice it longish lengthwise, or you can always dice it like I've done that. So now let's start cooking it. So I have a non-stick pan here that's heating up. It's a new pan for my husband, so it looks really good. So I'm going to be adding in some olive oil. So let's try to put in the olive oil. So a little bit extra because you need the olive oil to cook the tomatoes. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add in the garlic and also the onions. So let's add this first, and then we're going to saute it. So we're going to saute it till it becomes caramelized, or you can even saute till it becomes really brown and a little bit of the charred version and all that. But for me, until it's caramelized is just nice. So we're going to saute it for a couple of minutes till it becomes really translucent. So let's keep this here for a couple of minutes. So once you see it turns translucent, we're going to add in our bell peppers. So like I said, you can use any color you want, and even you can use more. Since I'm just going to be doing 5 eggs, so for me 1 is fine. I don't like to put too much of everything. So we're going to cook this a little bit before we add in the tomatoes. Let's saute this for another 1 to 2 minutes. So after sauteing for a couple minutes, so I'm going to add in my tomatoes. So these are some of the leftovers that I have, which I'm going to finish it first. So let's add this. Okay, so give it a nice mix. So I'm going to add in a little bit more of the tomato. So I have my can here, so I'm going to add in more. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute this, and we are going to cook this till it becomes a very thick paste, very concentrated paste. So roughly I say about 10 minutes. So make sure you keep mixing it on and off. So we like to become it more of a thicker paste. And then once it becomes a thicker paste, we can add in all our other spice ingredients. Okay. So after about 5 minutes, you can see the paste is actually boiling right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my spices right now. So I have my paprika here. So I'm going to be adding roughly about 1 teaspoon of the paprika. Roughly about 1. You can add in more or less, whichever you prefer. Okay, and then of course my cumin. I'm going to be adding about 1 teaspoon. You can even use seeds if you want to. It's totally up to you. But for me, I don't like the seeds when I'm actually having this. So that's the reason why I prefer to add in some powder. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we're just going to mix it gently. And then we're going to allow it to cook for 10 minutes. So it has to be a very thick, concentrated paste. So just keep cooking it till it becomes to a thick paste. So after about 5 to 6 minutes, you can see that it's becoming thicker. But this is not the concentration we want. We want it to be a little bit more thicker, like more to a paste. So it's still very liquidy. So we're going to cook it a little bit more. Give it another probably 6 or 7 minutes. So now after another 5 minutes, you can see it's becoming a very thick concentration. So this is good. So I'm going to add in some salt to taste. So we'll add in some salt and then give it a mix. Okay. And then you're going to add in some of the cilantro, like half of the cilantro. You're going to add it in. Add half of it. I like to use most of it for garnishing, so let's give it a nice mix here. Get it all well combined. So as you can see, the mixture is becoming thicker. Okay, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the eggs. So I've lowered my heat on my stove top here. So I'm going to give it another mix. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually make a hole. Hopefully it comes in. Just give it some, make it some room, you know, so that you can actually pour the, kind of mix it up. So we're going to make 5 holes. So let's make some holes here so that we can actually pour in. Okay, so we're going to add in 1 egg here, and we're going to continue this process till we fill up all the eggs. So I've added all the 5 eggs and my heat is on medium heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pan and just cover it till the white of the egg sets in on the top. So I like my egg yolks to be a little bit runny, so I'm not going to cook it too long. But if you like your eggs to be really hard and firm, so you can cook it a little bit extra, probably like about 6 to 7 minutes you can cook it. So we're going to wait and see till the top actually sets. So we're actually almost done. As you can see here, wow, look at that Shakshusuka. It's so tasty to look. So like I said, I like my egg yolks a little bit runny, but if you like it more of thicker and firmer egg yolks, you can always leave it a little bit inside. So that's it, guys. It's the just gonna take that out. So this is the Shakshuska, and I'm going to add in the leftover balanced cilantro on top. You can even choose to add in a little bit of black pepper if you want to, like just sprinkle it a little bit on top. It's totally up to you, but for me, I have my paprika and my cumin, so I'm pretty good with the extra flavoring. So let's just add all this. You got yourself a yummy in my tummy Shakshuska. And for those of you who've never tried this, you have to. It's really tasty and it's really nice, especially paired with bread. Even with rice, it's pretty much really good. So then we can switch off the heat and allow the Shakshuska to actually cook in the heat itself even more if you want to. So that's it. So this is it, guys. Shakshuska, really easy, really simple to make when you're running out of ideas and you're in a rush to cook. So this is very simple and everybody will love it. Not only adults but kids will love it too. My little one Lily adores this. So you can eat it with just bread if you like to. That's why I like to make my egg yolks runny, and you can even pair it with rice and other types of Indian breads. You can add it in too. Thank you so much for watching my video today on how I made Shakshuska. So don't forget, it's very tasty when you just have it by itself or when you're having it with bread and also with rice. So try it and let me know how it turns out. Drop me a comment and let me know about it. So don't forget, if you like my video on how I made the Shakshuska, please give me a thumbs up. Share it on the social media and among your friends. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel, you're a new visitor coming to my channel, Hummingbird Mama, please click the subscribe button to find out more videos of my channel, Hummingbird Mama. We've got food, story time, home and travel. So if you're a new subscriber, please do click the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell, so you'll always receive an email notification whenever a new video is uploaded on my YouTube channel, Hummingbird Mama. Till I see you at my next cooking video, take care and have a good day.